And what is up? It's your boy Real_Joshua, and today we're going to be talking about Red Yellow Sabo. Red Yellow Sabo is a very interesting deck that had its chance to shine when the Three Brothers starter deck released, and I was always very interested in this deck. I thought it did some really cool things, had some really cool interactions, and I got beaten by this deck a few times in locals by someone who really believed in the deck. This was during the EB01 set, so it was before OP07. So that being said, I don't really know how this deck stacks up in the current meta, but I saw this list posted online, I want to say a couple weeks ago, by a person at GoblinFL, and I found it to be very interesting because I had tried quite a few deck ideas with this. I had tried a Brothers version, I had tried a Revolutionary Army version. None of them really were sticking out to me. This one looks like it's got some potential. I like the amount of triggers, I like the aggression that this thing can pump out, and I like that it has the potential to also play a very grindy game, which a lot of people kind of underestimate in this deck. Let's talk about what this deck is and what it does. The leader says Dawn X. Dawn ×1, activate main once per turn. You may add one of your cost 3 or higher characters with 7,000 power or higher to the top of your life face up. Give up to one of your characters plus 2,000 power until the start of your next turn. Okay, so this is very confusing card text, but what it essentially lets you do is, if you attach one Dawn to the leader, one time per turn, you can add a character, a 3 cost or higher character, which is basically anything in this deck except for Hiyori, if it has 7k power or more at the time. So if it has like 2 Dawn attached or whatever, if it's a 5k that is, then you can add that card to the top of your life and power up another character by 2k until your next turn. It kind of sounds like a lot, but you're giving up one of your characters on board, which is kind of like, sounds like it could be bad, but the thing that you have to remember is that you're adding a life. Like, you could already attack with the card and then pull this off. So it's not like you have to like play something and then you don't get any use out of it. Like, that character is going to be rested anyway after it attacks, which leaves it vulnerable. So instead of leaving it vulnerable, you can just put it into your life where it can come out again, and then your next thing on the board can be powered up by 2k until your next turn. It's really freaking strong when you figure out how to play it, and you can just keep on healing up while hiding your characters in your life. What this version of the deck is trying to do is that, as you can see, it has a lot of play this card triggers, and a lot of them are the Wano triggers, which are dependent upon your opponent having 3 or less life. So one of our earliest goals with this deck is to get the opponent down to 3 or less life ASAP, so that we can actually enable our triggers. So we want to get them down to 3 health before we get hit once. One way that we do that is that we use this Flaming Dragon King, which when we use this counter, it lets us give up to one of our leader or characters plus 4k power for this battle. Then look at all your life cards and return them in your desired order. That allows us to switch up our life so that we can get it how we want it to be, and we can have that be an advantage to us heading into the late game. We can have the you're the one who should disappear at the bottom, etc, etc. Most of these effects on these cards are pretty simple. A lot of people already know what they do. Kidding Killer becomes a 7k if you're a rusher, if your opponent is at 2 life or less. Zoro, just a 3 cost 5k rusher. Luffy can surpass a blockers if he has 2 Dawn attached and is a rusher. Charlotte Cracker, if you have less life than your opponent, it gains double attack and plus 1k power and can be summoned from your life cards. Satori is a 2k that deployed from trigger if we discard a card. Inurashi, I don't even know what this card's effect does, to be honest. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the number of your opponent's current life cards. So it's basically a Gidatsu, but when attacking, Dawn ×2. Kawamatsu is an interesting one. When attacking, you may discard 2 cards, return up to one of your power 0 characters to the top or bottom of its owner's life face up. So you can actually, like, if you have 1 life, right, and you have Kawamatsu on the board, you can play Hiyori, pick up that life, put down the you're the one who should disappear, which has a really powerful trigger that happens if you're at 0 life cards. So then you do that, and then you could attach 2 to Kawamatsu, attack with Kawamatsu for 7k, and then use its when attacking ability to bounce the Kozuku Hiyori to your life cards, And then you can use your leader effect to put the Kawamatsu on top of your life cards. So you go from having 1 health, 1 life to 3, and the bottom one is gets replaced because you're the one who should disappear. Obviously a really strong combo. You're not gonna pull it off all the time, but it can happen. So yeah, let's go into a couple games and see how we do. Okay, so here's our opening hand. I really want to see Flaming Dragon King here. We're going second, so yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, we don't see the Flaming Dragon King. Rip. 2 Dawn. Let's chill. He already went down to 3 health, so we could take a hit pretty freely here. We're playing against an Enel. If you would like more information on how one might want to play against an Enel, check out the... Oh yeah. We like to see that. We'll get rid of our Zoro here. Okay, so here we can go... We can just put the cracker back onto our... No, we'll just play this out and chill. Gadatsu does not kill either of these. Because they're 4 drops, Gadatsu will only kill 3 cost or less. I think I will defend this against this attack. Okay, he uses a Luffy for that. So now we can actually go... We have to attach 1 to Sabo. We could attach 2 to our cracker. Attack with the cracker. Let's try this, I guess. Hopefully this is not something that... and then I guess we could try to get him down to 0 life here, right? Let's see how this works. This is a very aggro plan, but because my hand is so low on cards, I'm... Okay, well, we're not going to attack now. Because he countered that. There's the Gadatsu. We brought ourselves up by 1 health, so made that very easy for him to do. We'll resolve this. We'll use the trigger and discard a Luffy. Okay, we'll attach 1 to Sabo. Do this. We'll go attach 2 here and attack. It's probably not great that we keep on cycling back. Okay, well, we can get 2 more attacks, but he's just gonna get this back with the Yamato. How much pressure could we keep here? If he does Yamato, we should still be okay, right? Let's do this. Please don't be an Onami. Okay, so he counters. We'll chill. We are getting a lot of counter out of hand at least. We don't get the chance to do our Flaming Dragon King here. We'll resolve and use the trigger. We might get another... Damn it, we don't get another. Yikes. He does not use the Luffy. What could that mean? What could that mean, folks? Attack 7 here. It's a Frankie. Interesting. We'll use this. Add this to life and give Luffy 2k more power. We'll attack with the Luffy first for like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess we'll attack for 10k. No veggie, no veggie, no veggie. 11k. Scary. So they didn't have a Yamato and they only had the ace. So they were not able to get into their replenishing game. And we were able to successfully pull off the rushdown. I don't think that in that situation, Yamato would have been a huge help for them, to be honest. They would have gotten, well, they would have been up to 2 life, so that would have been a little bit harder to come back from, but they wouldn't have a huge crackback board like this. And because we're able to keep on hiding our stuff in life, it makes it very hard for them to seal the game off. So, I mean, that's a victory versus an Enel that had no Katakuri in hand, had no Yamato in hand, but it's something. Okay, here's a law. It's mulligan. We're again trying to find our Flaming Dragon King and not able to find it. Okay, I don't really want to attack face here. I mean, I can't attack face here. I don't really want to play Hiyori here is what I meant. We could counter this. Let's do it. Go with our game plan. Okay, Okay, they counter. No way you counter, right? Okay. What? You got 2 cards, buddy. I think we'll go attach 2 to lead and play this plus Neko, or attach 3 lead and play this plus Kawamatsu. We'll attach 3 lead. Okay. Okay. Bro has the nuts. Well, we can't really... Bruh. This guy got the nuts, dude. Oh my god. We are bricked. I don't think that there's much we can do here. GG. I don't think that went very well for us, but I think he drew the nuts and we did not. RP Luffy, I like it, I like it. We get our Flaming Dragon King and Cracker plus Kid and Killer. It's gonna be hard for us to drop lower than his health, but you never know. They grab a Zoro Juro. We don't play anything here. Flaming Dragon King. You're the one who should disappear. Obviously gonna be at the bottom. Inurashi gonna be at the top. Finish sorting life. Resolve. We don't have any 3 drops here. So we'll just play Nekomamushi and chill. Yeah, we'll do that. This is nice because it auto-enables all of my Wano characters, which is cool. Ooh, 7K. I think we're gonna take that. I'll take one more. We'll use a trigger and get rid of Flaming Dragon King. Remember, we have You're the One Who Should Disappear here and here. So we have a good amount of counter power plus survival, in addition to being able to just add stuff. Okay, so here we're gonna be able to pressure very effectively, which is nice. Oh, and we get the Nekomamushi effect here, which is pretty baller. Use card action. We'll discard an Inurashi here. Kill the Zoro Juro with the power. It's a 2K. Oh, they use a guard point? My goodness gracious. Okay, okay. So we'll attach 1 to Sabo. Put this here. Satori. 7. We'll go for 8. Okay, they take 1. We'll add 1 here. Attack. Add 1 here. Attack. Okay, cool. Good amount of pressure. I like it. Our Satori has 7K for the turn. And we have double Kid and Killers enabled. Monkey D Dragon comes. Hits the board like a freak. Okay. We actually have an oh my god, buddy. I feel like you might regret that, no? Okay. Huh. Let's do this. I'm a little bit worried about a... Oh. I was gonna say a 10 cost Luffy here. So in this case, they would have had 1, 2, 3. They would have been able to counter out of 3 attacks. I would have gone 1, 2, 3. They would have been alive, and they maybe could have won. They probably could have won, dude. I feel like they should not have surrendered that. right? They had 8, 9. They were going up to 10. They attack with Dragon. They attack with the Luffy. They get Luffy out. They get another attack with Luffy and Dragon, or Luffy and Luffy leader. We'll go second here. We will all bricks again. Mulligan. Okay, this is not bad. Let's go Nami. And turn. We always have to be careful for Gadatsu now. But I mean, this Nami, it is what it is. Okay, so they're banishing here. Gonna just 2k out of that. I'm not about the banishment personally. We'll go for a... Oh, actually, let's don't want to screw this up. I'll play Kiku Nojo. I'll Nami, attach Rested Dawn to Sabo. Attack the Enel. Okay, well, we got an extra life out of that. Wait, are you running Onami in that list? I am not. Could be good as well. The reason why I like Nami here is because it gives us, lets us put Arrested Dawn on Sabo, which just activates our leader ability, although it just gets murked like that, which sucks. Okay, well, the thing this person doesn't realize is that we only get stronger the more they hit us. The more you hit me, the stronger I get. As they proceed to play another Gadatsu. No Gadatsu? Let's go. But yeah, I'm not running Onami. The concept is that like we just keep bringing stuff in from our life. Oh, maybe the 4-drop Sanji could be good. The blocker Sanji. Okay, here we go. 2. We can do this. Yeah, we do this. Well, what's the point of this? What is the point of this? What am I doing? Folks, what am I doing? 6, 7. They're gonna have 9 next turn, which will easily be able to kill pretty much anything that I put out. I get 3 attacks here, but how good is that for me? Not that great. Well, I will be able to kill the Onami here. Let's do this. But do I care about killing the Onami? No. I'm just doing this because like I have nothing better to do. This becomes an 8k, which puts it out of range of Gadatsu and Enel if he decides to play Yamato. And he gets a Nami off the top, okay. Whatever. Whatever. I've seen worse. So now I think I'm just going to chill for a bit. That Nami really screwed us. That was a really bad Onami. They're also running OP08. They're deciding whether they should attack because they know that if they hit this, the Inuyasha will come out, but he'll be able to Yamato it. Well, I don't have to use the trigger here. Okay. We'll counter. Katakuri. Okay. Do this. Attach 2. We'll go... Attach 2. Swing at the Gadatsu. Kill it. Add this to my life. Nothing else and chill. We'll use the Flaming Dragon King to sort out my life after. Should give us a You're the One Who should disappear at the bottom of the deck. Kind of gives us the element of surprise again too. We'll discard this. Damn it. I'll give them a life. We're grinding, baby. Oh, they don't attack with the Katakuri. We'll attack. Why am I hitting down to 1? So dumb. What we need to see, what we would have liked to see at this point is my rushers. The Luffy. The Kaden Killer. That's how we get the grind going. This is a pretty nice position though, because we have 2 bodies secured on the board. He's gonna have to start putting out... Okay, he goes for the Yamato. I wonder if he's gonna start attacking me. This is just a starve. Okay. Good God. Puts the top card of your life pile in your hand. Let's do this. We'll put the... Just put Inuarashi back at the top. 3 or higher power. When is he gonna attack? I need my rushers, buddy. I need the rushers. No trigger. Pass. Can do this all day, buddy. Can do this all day. You can't just grind me down by 1 health per turn. Oh, they flompy? So that they can Yamato again, I am assuming? No trigger. Flaming Dragon King. We'll put the Denjiros on top. And the Inurashis. Okay. We're gonna get Yamato'd here. Most obvious Yamato of my life. Okay. Now we get the Kid and Killers. Okay. Thank you. But if I use the Kid and Killer... Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. What's the plan, boys? What's the plan? Do I ever just try to grind out his characters? I'm assuming they're going to discard here. Okay. Now I'm really feeling the absence of the Zoro. But I only drew one of the Onamis anyway, or the Namis anyway, so I wouldn't have had a Zoro here even. But long-term value-wise, it would have done more for me, I think. 7k swing. We'll counter. Okay, I'm assuming that they have a Gadatsu in hand. And they're going to use that to kill my Inuarashi. Ugh, that sucks so bad. I mean, I have to use this though. What is it that they have? We'll use the trigger. Swing as wide as possible. It looks like they might have gone in a turn too early unless I'm speaking out of turn here. Okay, well, this is the best we're gonna get. It's the best we're gonna get, folks. Let's see what we can do. This automatically gets plus. So we get a 7k. Attach 1 to lead. Put this guy back on life. Give our Inuarashi plus 2k. We'll be able to go 8 to 9. Let's go 7k. I don't know if this is going to be enough. They take for the 7k, which was free. We didn't even have to attach anything here. I guess we'll just keep going 7. Okay, that's pretty much over here. Damn. Ooh, we didn't get there. Okay, so now that we finished those games, where does Red Yellow Sabo stack up against the current meta? Well, I don't really believe in this deck for this meta, to be honest with you, and I think there's a reason why we haven't seen it make too many waves. A couple things. First off, it hasn't received many updates from OP07. There is Monkey D. Dragon, but that's a revolutionary, and I don't really like the revolutionary army build as much. There is stuff like the Frankie and the Egghead Luffy, but I don't really like those cards in the context of this deck. I think maybe it could work in a Three Brothers version of this, which I would maybe try next, but really it comes down to the big issue, at least this version of the deck, which is Triggers are too passive. When you're going against something like RP Law and your whole game plan is to power up one thing by bouncing something else to your life, you're sacrificing tempo by not allowing yourself to get a foothold on the board. And you return something to your deck, the other thing just gets chomped by the leader effect of RP Law, and you just get stomped out. You just get out-tempoed, outpaced. Even in the Enel matchup, I think there's cases where we could make it work and kind of outgrind, but in cases where they just keep drawing their Yamatos, their Aces, their Katakuris, they're just gonna put stuff in our life, they're gonna kill it, because we can only kind of do one thing per turn, and it's gonna be hard for us to get the firepower to take them out in one turn. We did try that in one game and were successful, but in the second one, they played it quite a bit better. I think they stockpiled the counter in hand, they starved us out, and it ended up working for them, because when we get to the point where we're just protecting ourselves with cards from life to counter out of stuff, we cannot get the upper hand because we play one thing, and even if that one thing is a rusher, we send it their way, they just heal that life the next turn, and it's very hard for us to hit them 3 times, which is what we have to do when they have 1 life. Black-Yellow Luffy, in that matchup, it does not feel like we have the ability to swing an unblockable swing that is more than 9k. So once they start looping, it's hard for us to get in there, you know, with any of our rushers, Kid Killer, Roronoa Zoro. We can get in there with Luffy, but if they're at a 9k leader, it's very hard for us to get that hit through and to have it land, because they just need to add a couple, you know, counter and they're good, which is what happened to us in that game. So yeah, I think in this meta, it is not great. I would give it a C. I would put it on the C tier of leaders. So every time I play one of these like decks that people are curious about, I'll give it a ranking. And so for the OP07 ranking for now, with this specific build, maybe the Brothers one is better. Maybe the Revolutionary Army one could be better in some cases. I don't think so. Unless somebody has some like revolutionary build they want me to try out of this deck. That is not Revolutionary Army, but just some really good revolutionary build. Let me know and I'll try that out. So yeah, let me know what you think of this deck, but I don't have much belief in it in the OP07 meta. Even though I dig the playstyle, I think it's really cool, I just don't think that this is the meta for it. So thanks for watching. As y'all know, you can find me on Twitter at HiThereJosh. I'm also on Twitch at real_Joshua if you want to see these streams live, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.